Shalom, giving all praise unto Yahweh Shabbat Kodash, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and honor your brothers to be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So I'm the Baba body coming out here to give you this truth for the grace and mercy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kodash. Giving all praise unto Yahweh Shabbat Kodash. It's going to be a relatively quick video, and I'm going to entitle this, watch out for these little Edomite traps. And pretty much we know we are living underneath the Edomite rulership, and Esau is a funky Edomite individual, and the way they behave, we know is kind of messed up, and as a result, you're gonna find yourself in crazy positions, especially in the workplace environment, where you want to react how you want to react. Okay, you want to react like how a man wants to react in that particular type of situation. But what you got to realize about this Edomite, and I'm speaking from personal experience, having done it the wrong way and trying to do it the right way, which Lord's will. Now, you know, I'm doing it correctly. All right, and pretty much the lesson, the whole entirety of the lesson is this, man. Okay, don't put yourself in a position where Esau can get you. Okay, and you better believe Esau's gonna do one of these things where he sets you up for the okie doke, innit? He sets you up, and you're thinking you're reacting, and you're trying to express your manliness, and this, that, and the third, and the reality of the situation is, right about now, we are not in a time where we're gonna get our own. Okay, we ain't in a time where we're gonna get the W out here. Okay, we're not in a situation where you're gonna walk down the road, someone's gonna do you some hurt, and you're gonna get the instant W. That's just not the position that we're in right now. We're in a position where we're supposed to be taking the low, both within the brotherhood and also out here within this society. Now, if somebody does you bodily harm, you deal with that how you feel within the spirit. You should be dealing with that. Okay, if somebody's really fucking with you on a physical level, to put it plainly, you deal with that how you see fit. But most of the time, with these little Edomite traps, you're at the workplace, the boss, because he's got the management position, he's gonna talk extra crazy. Okay, especially if you're like in this Israelite thing. Okay, you better believe these Edomites are gonna be talking all kind of craziness, man. They're gonna be talking all kind of madness. Okay, these Edomites are going to be talking all kind of madness, man. Right? They're going to set you up for the okie doke. They're going to set you up for the trap. And if you fall for the trap and you go outside of the so-called proceedings, because all of these little companies and all of these little jobs that we have, they got what's known as a company policy, right? Company proceedings. And if you're even a little bit outside of that little policy, boom, they got you. Okay, you lost the game. And it is a game. But here's the thing, yeah. Here's one thing I've observed. So I did this, I wouldn't say the wrong way, right? With the perspective of being an Israelite, but I did it the wrong way as it pertains onto these little guidelines, and I got myself into a whole bunch of mess. Okay, all right. You read the policies, you understand the policies. Now the demon returns. Now you're more what's known as savvy. Now you're following after their rules. Does not the scripture say we're supposed to follow the law of the land? And hey, where it's possible, you follow the law of the land. Okay? Now, if Esau comes, if the centurions come to the door and they give you a slice of pork, of course you ain't gonna do that. Of course you ain't gonna do that. Our forefathers gave up their lives in order not to do that. When them Greeks, right, were doing their abominations, right, and Judas Maccabees and the brothers, they was upholding the culture. Those were Levites, by the way. They was upholding the culture. All right, going to show you Levi is a bad tribe too. Okay, all the tribes are bad. Okay, but I say all of that to say this, right? Of course, when it comes to what's touching the law of the Lord, you do what you're supposed to do as it pertains to the law of the Lord, right? You lay your life down for the instructions that the Most High gave unto us, and that's just it, man. You lay your life down. You lay your life down, man. Trying to get these little office W's, trying to get these little factory job W's, man. Hey, it hurts. Okay, you're gonna go home and you're gonna feel pissed about it, right? You know, I beseech you, don't take it out on the wife and the kids, and don't abuse the bottle. But right, it brings comfort to realize and to know, and you come to the conclusion that because of these ICBMs that are coming, because these pestilences and these famines are coming, hey, the Most High is gonna make sure that you're gonna be all right, man. Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna make sure you're gonna be all right, man. So you watch out for these little traps, man. Okay, know the policies within these little jobs, right? Know the policies within these little factories, assembly lines, wherever you work. Know the policy, man. If somebody's grieving you, you write up a grievance. If somebody's messing with your spirit, you email the manager and you keep a paper trail. And Eastwell deals with paper trail, man. Understand the law. Okay, here's one thing I'll tell you about UK law and the Edomite people, right? Now let's say, and I've seen this both as an observer, and I've seen this as a person that was being the target, right? Now, what you're going to find out about law within any workplace environment is collective bullying, right? Is a vast term, okay? Now, you got the target on your back because you're an Israelite. One, two, you're an Israelite in this truth. That's the even crazier situation, okay? So, what you're going to find out about these little Edomite jobs especially, right? But in the workplace at large, factory or otherwise, blue collar, white collar, whatever job you got, okay, wherever you gotta make money, what you're gonna find out is little Edomite cliques are gonna form, right? See, the Most High separated the nations and people fall into their own little categories. Whether you like it or not, they're gonna fall within their little categories. So the Edomites are gonna click with the Edomites, the Israelites are gonna click with the Israelites, okay, and all the families thereof, and so on and so forth and so forth and so on, right? Now, the little Edomite crowd, that's where you're gonna see the most company policy breaking individuals that you ever see within your entire life. Okay? You're talking about Jake, supposed to be the most disorganized, most dysfunctional people within the world. I'm telling you, these Edomites are terrible. Okay? This is where you're going to get the policies broken to the nth man. Right? For the most part, Jake and the heathen is on point. Okay? For the most part, Jake is on point. Now, what I remember what one of the brothers said to me, and it kind of resonates with my spirit because this is something the father figure in my life. He said a very similar thing. He says with most people, I'll say what my father figure said, and I know I'm rambling, but this is kind of like a ramble video. I wanted to do this video raw. Okay, now I'll get the precepts as I go and as they come to mind. Okay, now I remember what my father figure said to me. He said, "Look, every person got they got their own little religion, right? Meaning to say everybody's got their own rules. So when you go into these little jobs, you're gonna find out, okay, everybody's got their own little rules, right? Policies, okay? So you stick with the policies, and this is what the brother said now. I'm gonna add what my father figure said to what the brother said, the elder out here within the UK. I remember he said it, I'll never forget it. All you have to do is follow the rules strictly for about 3 months, and people create a pattern within your head, and you can chill after that. This is where Jake messes up because they want to do it their own way from day one. That's not gonna work out within these little jobs. And yeah, I understand as I'm making these videos, these little jobs ain't gonna mean nothing in about a month, 2 months. Okay, these little jobs ain't gonna mean nothing very soon. But as we're here, we're gonna use wisdom as we move. Okay. So you follow the little rules, okay, and the little proceedings for like 3 months, right? You'll show up to work on time, right? And that's I struggle with that too. 10, 15 minutes either way. Some companies will let you off on with the 10, 15 minutes either way all the time. Okay, with the 10, 15 minutes thing all the time, you're gonna be all right if you got that policy. But for the most part, you're gonna show up early. You're gonna do what you have to do. And I'll advocate any Jake that's in any type of office type environment, especially if you're in this truth, you keep your mouth shut. Okay, and you vet out people. You see who's of a similar like mind or a like mind. Okay, let people come to you, but also be careful with these Edomites, man. They're gonna come up to you and smile all up in your face, man. And then you're gonna hear the rumors. And this leads me neatly to the point that I was making. The main perpetrator of these policies being broken is Edomites. Okay, whenever you have two people spreading the rumor, that's big time no within these little office jobs, man. That's a big time no, right? And it's touching law out here within the UK. That's like you can take that to court. Okay, that's a violation of conduct. That's a breach of conduct. You're going to find with these Edomites, the minute you step out the room, and I've seen this with my own eyes, the minute you step out the room, the little cliques, they bubble over to the top, and the most shit is being spoken about. I'm talking about company policy violations to the upteenth. Okay? So when you get these little skirmishes within these jobs, when you get these little frictions within these jobs, man, right? When you get these little frictions all over the place, man, just remember, right? If you go for the bait, right? If somebody says something off to you, you go for the bait. They got you. But if you record it, email it, do what you got to do, you're gonna be all right, man. Okay, so I couldn't really think of a better precept that's gonna fit with these this rant I wanted to have, and it is a rant. It is a rant. Okay, but yeah, Lord's will is gonna resonate with somebody's spirit out there, man. But the only precept I could think of was this one. No. Okay, yeah, this one. No, I'm a little bit too low. Okay, I want to go up here. Okay, so starting from the 10th verse, John 18 and 10, it says, and Simon Peter, having a sword, drew and smote the high priest's servant and cut off his right ear. And the servant's name was Malchus. And then said Yahushua unto Peter, put up thy sword into thy sheath. The cup which my father hath given me, shall I not drink it? Now, here's where we can link it up, right? The scripture says, if you don't carry your cross, and part of the cross that we got to carry is that we got to work underneath these weirdos, man. And you get some of the most weirdest, depending on what job you do, you get some of the most weirdest people, just like strange. Like I say this to my brother all the time. He, he's done the truth. So we can actually have a conversation, deep conversation about, people's psychology and certain different things, and bring it back to the scriptures all the time, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema outside. The Lord allows us to do that, where we can talk about particular things and always bring it back to the truth. And one of the things I mentioned to him, and he realized it too, when I said it, I said, look, man, a lot of these people that we interact with within society have no business being within the wider society, man, because they are dysfunctional human beings. And you're going to find out for the most part, these Edomites are some dysfunctional human beings. Why do you think they got something called Edomite trash, right, out there within Europe? Right, when these Edomites go out there to IB and all of that, they be making the most mess, man. They be creating the most problems, right? Edomite trash or British trash. There's a particular term for it. That might be the caption of the video. That might be the caption of the video. Okay, they be making the most mess. But you're gonna approach it from a tough guy spirit, that ain't gonna work out for you. All you're gonna do is record these little emails, send it to the manager and so on and so forth, and be in a defensible position. This is what Peter failed to do. He wasn't, I know it's not 110%, right? I know this precept ain't 110%, but Lord's will, it still, brings the point home. Okay. If brothers want to post, precepts that are more on point, you can post precepts that are more on point. And, I'll be more than, more than happy to use them next time. But yeah, man, this ain't about getting a W right now. And Peter at the time was willing to get the W right now. But what did Yahushua say? I got to drink the cup. And so too, we got to drink the cup, man. There's no two ways about it until Yahushua returns. We got to just drink. Okay? We gotta drink. Let me get this precept. Agree. I don't know if this is in the, within the Apocrypha. Adversary. Okay, Matthew 5 and 25 says, agree with an adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him. Let's at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge. And there you go, man. Sometimes you just nod, and yeah, okay, no problem, I'll get that sorted. Okay, no problem, I'll get that sorted. All right. You start getting into these antagonistic type conversations. What do you think they're gonna say? Oh, Tyrone. I hate to use that term because you got brothers that called Tyrone. Hey, Tyrone or Raymond or whatever the name may be. He's acting aggressive. Right, we need to sort him out. Okay, this is the trap, man. This is the trap. This is the trap they set you up for. What do you think they're going to be doing, man? This is what Esau does, okay? He's a demon. He behaves like a demon, and he sets the trap up for you, right? He leads you down a path where you're gonna go into the tendencies, man. The typical Jake tendency behavior is he leads you down the path, and then boom. But all the while he's leading you down the path, he's the one that's fucking up. He's the one that's breaking all the company policies, man. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Agree with the adversary? Yes, no problem. Document, send an email. You could even send an email to yourself. I don't know if that's going to stand up in court, but as long as it's got a date on it, you got a record. Okay? Agree with that adversary quickly. Another precept that comes to mind is a soft answer turneth away wrath. Jake gets into these little problems where they're getting, damn near into fist fights with their, and this applies to the brotherhood too in some ways, right? In some ways, right? Where, hey, cancel, okay, I'll get that sorted. Maybe the Most High is going to open it out within your mind how you was messing up. A lot of arguments and a lot of shit came off for the back of, being hasty, right? A lot of nonsense comes off for the back of being hasty, not just being able to say "can," right? What if what happened to being wrong righteously, right? Somebody's wrong, all right, we just take it on the chin and take the L, and Yahweh Shai is going to return it back onto you. Simple, man. I mean, it's simple in principle, but it might be difficult to implement, but really it's kind of simple, man. So yeah, man, I mean, that's what I had on my mind for today. It's a bit of a rant. But yeah, watch out for these little traps that Esau sets out for you as you interact and as he leads you down to this path where they can have one-upmanship over you. And that's what it's all about, man. Esau's trying to get the one-upmanship, but all the while he's fucking up because he's the devil, man. These guys ain't clever, man. Esau ain't clever. Don't get it twisted, man. Esau ain't clever. They ain't about shit, man. So hopefully that was a verification. With that, I'm going to say, all praise unto Yabashi, Mashai, Bashim, Hakodash, double honors unto the apostles, a great millstone, and honor your brothers to be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.